Hello, Blizzard fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another Daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between Tang and Gastepo? I guess maybe Gastapo, but it looks like Gastepo on Expedition Lost LE. Now we're going to pull up the production tab, and in the top of Expedition Lost LE on the right side, we have Gastepo, the red Terran player. We speed things up a little bit, as always, in the early game. And in the bottom left, we have our hero, Tang, the Zerg player from the clan All In, with this fancy spinning logo there. And we'll have to see what is in store for us in this game. Now, if you haven't heard the story yet, Tang is a former professional Zerg player in Starcraft 2. He recently, or whenever it was, I don't know, actually quit playing professionally and now just kind of plays for fun. But he recently hit Grandmaster, and he posted a replay pack on the allthingszerg subreddit, on Reddit, obviously, to celebrate that fact. So I went ahead and posted in that thread asking if I could cast some of his games. He said yes, and so here we are today. I did cast about 5 or 6 of them on the channel, and then somehow, clumsily, I don't exactly know how this happened, managed to delete all of those replays from Tang. I was trying to make a playlist. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. So we're casting some more here to make up for that. Tang is a good Zerg player who deserves the exposure that he can get on my channel anyway. I don't know how much that is, but what little I can offer him is his. So here we have Tang, again, going spawning pool first. Into hatchery, again, I like to go hatchery first against Terran, but Tang has his build, and it does not include going hatchery first. He likes to get that spawning pool out, likes to have Zerglings in case there are any shenanigans. So we're going to slow things down here. As usual, as things get a little bit more exciting, SCV scouting on in to see what's going on. Bunker going up at the top of the ramp, but these Zerglings could be able to delay this command center. Actually, no, it just finished. Never mind. A single Marine coming out to deal with these Zerglings should be enough with good micro to take them down, but might be able to actually delay this bunker or entirely destroy it, depending how things go. Yeah, the SCV goes down. The bunker is canceled. Another SCV pickup? No, Gastepo, our Terran player. Yes, he's going to sacrifice that SCV for the integrity of this wall. He didn't want to lift off and let that guy in, as well as let in the Zerglings. Excuse me, still trying to get over a bit of a cold here. Please pardon any of my gross sounds that I make. Sitting underneath the orbital command as it lifts off to prevent it from landing. You cannot make mules or scan when your orbital command is in the air, so that's pretty funny. Marines come out and say, shoo, get out of here, Zerglings, shoo. Managing to kill one, doesn't quite get the second one. He could escape to scout for another day. SCV checking things out here along the left side as well. And 2 queens here at the natural, 1 queen in the main for Tang, just pretty much droning up at this point. Very smart in what he's doing. We have a factory, probably for some Hellion harassment. Yeah, reactor coming up on the barracks. We'll see these swap. Hellions are going to come out. We're walling up at the front with an armory. Interesting to put that at the front, which pretty much means we're going to go see mech here from our Terran player. Armories signify mech. They do nothing for Marines or Marauders at all. And so we're going to see Thors and tanks and Hellbats instead, which can be really difficult to deal with as Zerg players. I know a lot of the moaning on all things Zerg on Reddit has been about how to deal with this mass tech push that Terrans can do now that Swarm hosts have been effectively nerfed by Blizzard in the latest patch. So we'll see how Tang decides to handle it here. I'm very interested to see what he decides to do. There is a starport, though, probably for some drops. Yeah, the Hellions coming out now. The response from Tang is to throw up a bit of a wall here with a Spore Crawler at the front. Maybe worried about Banshees, Evolution Chamber, and Roach Warren kind of spanning things over here. And 2 queens, I think, can block this area if they try really, really hard and kind of get as fat as they can. But here come the Hellions. Are we upgrading Blue Flame on this Tech Lab? Actually getting Stim. So I don't know what this is happening from Gastepo, but Hellion's moving out, kind of going a roundabout way, maybe to avoid being scouted. I don't know what the purpose of this is entirely. Checking for a 3rd base, I suppose, before going on into the natural. Yeah, 2 Hellions are not fantastic in harassment. Usually you want maybe 4, 6, 8 to really do the damage to the drones that you want, but these guys look like they're just pretty much scouting. Hellions are fast. Here come their brothers over here. They can never ever take down this ice. I remember I said in the last game that Zerglings can't take down ice quickly. Man, Hellions take even longer, I think, just because they do no damage to buildings whatsoever. So Scouting Overlord's going to check these guys out more, and more Hellions coming out, and here is a Hellbat drop. Okay. So this guy's a Hellbat. Those three are still Hellions turning into Hellbats. And here comes the drop. Yeah, so 2 Hellbats are going to drop here in the main, it looks like. These 3 are going to attack the front. It's a good attack, although, oh man, that's a lot of roaches going to snipe down these Hellbats real quick. We'll have to see if these can survive. Spore Crawler taking down the medevac, actually. Doing a good job with that. Can we take it down? Well, because it can heal these Hellbats. Taking down the medevac would be nice. Does it get out of there? No, Spore Crawler finishes it off. So, good response. It does manage to actually drop the Hellbats, but the roaches are there to clean them up as well. Another drop coming in with these Hellbats, but he's going over creep, which means very, very visible. Because zergs have vision on all the creeps, so anything flying overhead or on the ground does get spotted, which means that Tang is very ready for this. He's pretty much making roaches in response, upgrading those roaches, getting spore crawlers up to deal with them. Hellbats do more damage than Hellions, but it's not enough to deal with this many roaches and this queen. More hits going down on that medevac, and it just escapes. Another drop coming in. So Gastepo is nothing if not committed to this Hellbat drop tactic. Another good scout here from Tang. Does see it coming in. He should be able to respond quickly. And he is. The roaches come right on over. But there is a queen here again. And man, just fantastic timing in response here from Tang. Another drop gets shooed away. Another drop. I guess that's the first drop gets shooed away. So Gastepo not doing super well with this harassment. I don't know if he's killed any drones at all. Probably a few, but he's down 52 to 41 harvesters. He's down 3 bases, 2-2. Which can be pretty comfortable about. Oh, okay, so it is actually going to be Hellbat's Marauders. So not really a straight mech push. Actually, a lot of barracks added in here as well. So we're going to go Hellbats and Bio, which is an interesting composition just because Marauders do a good job against roaches. A fantastic job against roaches, actually. And the Hellbats do a good job against Zerglings. So this is a pretty good combination to deal with what we have here from Tang. Although he is making 6 Hydralisks right now, which does pretty good against all of these things. So, here comes the stim right on in. We're going to try to snipe this base, but the roaches come in to defend. Oh, queen goes down immediately. And all the drones have to be pulled. There's no way they can survive this onslaught. More and more roaches coming in, though. Trying to take down these units before the hatchery dies, but stim marauders do so much damage to buildings. And in the end, the hatchery does go down. Pick up, boost, and get the heck out of there is the motto of the Terran army right now. Excellent pickup. Third base is almost down, but can't go down because of the Overlord poop. He needs to clear that out as soon as possible. Gastepo's got to be annoyed by that. A tank coming out as well. Tank, Marauder, and Hellbat, which means, I mean, Mutalisks would be pretty awesome against this composition. None of these guys can shoot up at all. Wow, so many barracks going down. So many medevacs being trained. And now we're getting Marines, though, which are actually good against that composition. And here we go, Roche and Hydra moving on up into the main. What you going to do about this? And the answer is Tank, insta-sniped. Marines coming in single file, dying. Tank trying to get out of there, managing to siege up instantly before it dies. And SCV's being pulled off the line. I think this might be it for our Terran player, but stimmed Marauders coming in, do a ton of damage to these roaches. SCV's dying all over the place, and especially with the healing overhead, I think these Marauders are probably enough to clean this up. But they're not going to stay around and fight. The Zerg forces go on in, killing more and more workers as they can. More guys coming up the front door, getting a good concave, and Gastepo calls the GG. And that's it. So interesting. Wow, so Tang did manage to actually hold off those Hellbat drops fairly well. Actually, really well, I would say. Did end up losing his third base and said, you know what, I'm going to counterattack right now. Use that back door, which is not very well defended at all from Gastepo. And moved on in through here, took out a bunch of workers. It was pretty much, yeah, 67 to 15 workers at this point. Gastepo knew he was beaten, and that was it. So Tang likes to use Roach Hydra against pretty much every composition he sees, especially weird compositions like Marauder, Hellbat, Tank, Marine, Medevac. So congratulations to him. Yet another win on his March to Grandmasters. This has been Falcon Paladin. If you liked what you saw and heard today, hit that like button, hit that subscribe to catch more StarCraft 2 daily professional uploads. And until next time, you can catch me on Facebook and Twitch and Twitter, all at /Falcon Paladin. And you take care of yourself.